Ladies and gentlemen, gather round and bear witness to the audacity of modern-day political theater as our beloved song Stress of Heartbreak and Melody, Taylor Swift, has officially thrown her glittering hat into the political arena, endorsing none other than Kamala Harris in this upcoming election.
Taylor Swift has issued an endorsement, and this is telling me the election is over. Because big Taylor Swift, the most powerful woman in the Western Hemisphere, has now officially co-signed Kamala. She wrote, like many of you are watching the debate tonight, if you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about their proposed policies and plans for this country. Recently, I was made aware of an AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run that was posted to his site. It really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers. Oh my God, my God, bro. Taylor Swift always has some type of music business axe to grind no matter what she's talking about, bro. Obviously, she's a leader in that aspect and she's some good, for example, with streaming, but Taylor Swift is such a politician. She's like a robot, man. No pun intended. Like, she's kind of introducing a point that's going to be the subject of a big fight between labels, between publishers, and between artists. So she starts talking politics and she starts talking about AI and her fears about it because, eventually she's going to tackle that in music. So recently I was made aware of AI, of me falsely endorsing Trump presidential run, posted to his site. It really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion that I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is with the truth. I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala because she fights for the rights and causes I believe I need a warrior to champion them. I think she's a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we could accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of a running mate, Tim Walz, who has been standing up for the LGBTQ plus rights, IVF, and a woman's rights to her own body for decades. I've done my own research and I've made my choice. Your research is all yours to do, and the choice is yours to make. I also want to say, especially for first-time voters, remember that in order to vote, you have to be registered. I also find it much easier to vote early. A link where you could register and find early voting dates and info in my story. With love, Taylor Swift, childless cat lady. God damn, Taylor Swift, man. When Taylor Swift speaks, she's like the president. She didn't put the link in her bio yet. She about to crash whatever site. Holy. All right, well, there you have it, people. Taylor Swift, the most powerful musician and one of the most powerful people. I would say her influence at this point would be tantamount to Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kim K. Not that Kim K is like whatever, but still, she's operating in this sphere recently. And I would think everybody combined, for whatever reason, Taylor's popularity is it's King Taylor, bro. If Kamala wins this election, it's because of Taylor Swift. And I know that might sound like ignorant, but come on. If you know, you know, bro. If you know, you know. All right. Shout out to her.
Yes, you heard me right. Taylor, I write hit songs about my ex. Swift is now co-signing Kamala, and let me tell you, when the most powerful pop icon in the Western Hemisphere flexes her influence like this, it's nothing short of a seismic shift in the tectonic plates of our political landscape. This, my good people, is the harbinger of doom for any opposition. When Big Taylor Swift a demigoddess to millions, a bard of broken hearts, a modern-day siren of the streaming age, speaks, her legions listen. The woman who has single-handedly bent the music industry to her will, now sets her sights on shaping the political discourse. And let's be clear, this isn't just some soft-spoken whisper from the wings of cultural influence, this is a resounding, reverberating anthem, signaling the end for the opposition. Trump? Oh, he better be quaking in his golden tower. Now, why is this significant? Let's not mince words, Taylor Swift's fanbase isn't just any old, ragtag bunch of music lovers. Now, they are the voting bloc that no campaign strategist can afford to ignore. Young, energetic, and tech-savvy. They are the digital soldiers who will swarm any opposition, crash websites, and rally in the thousands for whatever cause their queen deems worthy. And today, that cause is Kamala Harris. It's as if Beyoncé had decided to endorse a candidate, except Taylor's reach somehow feels deeper, more personal. She is that breakup text, that 3 a.m. message, that perfectly crafted tweet. Her endorsement is not just a suggestion, it's a commandment. But let's peel back the layers here. Taylor didn't just stroll into this political battlefield without armor. Oh no, she comes armed with receipts, talking about AI and misinformation like she's Silicon Valley's newest tech guru. The woman knows her brand, and she knows the battlegrounds she'll be fighting on. With streaming services, she's been a vocal advocate, shaking the very foundations of how music gets monetized. Now, in politics, she's tackling the next frontier, AI-generated misinformation. She knows full well that AI will soon be reshaping not only our industries but the narratives we consume. So, is it any surprise that she's already positioning herself at the forefront of that fight? But oh, how the plot thickens. Taylor Swift, ever the PR maestro, took the AI issue personally when an artificially generated endorsement of Donald Trump was falsely attributed to her. The audacity. As if she, the emblem of progressive pop, would ever align herself with such a figure. And, like the queen of narrative control she is, she used that as the perfect setup to roll out her official endorsement for Kamala and Tim Walz. It's almost too perfect, a political chess move so precise that even Machiavelli would give her a standing ovation. And let's not kid ourselves here, Taylor Swift's alignment with Kamala Harris is more than a political endorsement. It is a cultural earthquake. We are talking about the convergence of pop culture and politics in a way that forces you to sit up and take notice. Kamala Harris, the first Black and South Asian female vice president, now has the backing of the literal queen of pop. Do you see the power in that? This is not your typical celebrity endorsement, folks. This is a moment of reckoning for the youth vote. If you weren't registered to vote before, you better believe Swifties are now clogging the lines to do so. Now, Joe Budden might have poked fun, DJ Akademiks might have laughed it off as another music industry play, but make no mistake, when Taylor Swift speaks, the world stops and listens. She's not merely inserting herself into the conversation, she's bending it to her will. She's setting the narrative. In fact, it's almost laughable how effortlessly she combines her activism with her artistry. One moment she's decrying AI, and the next she's rallying the masses to vote. Who else has that kind of pull? And let's not overlook the shade. Oh yes, Taylor threw in just the right amount of it, too. Calling out Trump in her smooth, Swiftian way, reminding everyone of the dangers of misinformation, she is both the protector of democracy and the guardian of digital integrity. But don't be fooled into thinking this is purely altruistic. Taylor Swift is no stranger to business. She knows where the tides are shifting, and she's making sure to position herself at the intersection of politics, technology, and entertainment. This is Brand Building 101. In many ways, this is the continuation of Taylor's larger crusade, a cultural war she's been waging for years. Whether it's reclaiming her masters or using her platform to speak out on social justice, she is the quintessential modern celebrity, an artist, a businesswoman, and now, apparently, a political pundit. Her endorsement of Kamala is not just about politics, it's a statement of who she is, of what she stands for, and of the influence she wields in this brave new world. And there you have it, folks. The election is over. Pack it up. If Taylor Swift says Kamala Harris is the one, then, well, it's done. Swifties unite.